Hello everyone, I'm Manognya Yadav. I'm studying in class 12 at Ignite IAS. Recently, I've written CLAT 2024, gotten a rank of 930 at All India level, and I've gotten into NALSAR University, Hyderabad. Today, we are here in order to discuss about what CLAT is. CLAT is a standardized for admission into undergraduate as well as postgraduate programs at 25 national law universities. So now what are national law universities, as you may ask? National law universities are like IITs for engineering and AIIMS for medicine. They are national level law universities in order to study law in India. They are very prestigious, as we all know. What are we offered with in national law universities? We are offered with 5-year integrated courses of law, which are BA LLB, BBA LLB, BCom LLB, and BSc LLB. BA LLB, BBA LLB, and BCom LLB can be pursued by any stream students, but for BSc LLB, you have to do science you have to take science as an option in class 11th and 12th. So now let us discuss about what is the eligibility for CLAT. There is no upper limit whatsoever. At CLAT, you can be 18 or you can be 25. It doesn't matter. You can write CLAT. In case you come under the 4 categories which I'm about to tell. So candidates must secure a minimum percentage of marks in their qualifying examinations, which is 10 plus 2, which is 12th, or equivalent examinations. And in that examinations, the minimum percentage must be 45% in case you are a general OBC, PWD, NRI, PIO, or OCI candidate. And it can be 40% if you are an SC or ST categories. Now if you're wondering if we can write CLAT in case we haven't yet written our 12th class examinations, yes you can. Candidates who are appearing for their qualifying examination in March or April of the year which we are writing are also eligible for the examination. You can also write it. So now, what is something which we all think about before choosing anything as a career? Of course, it is career prospects of law, of doing law. So the career prospects are, you can be a lot of things like advocate, corporate counselor, legal advisor at big corporate law firms, litigation lawyers, legal analysts, public prosecutors, solicitors, legal researchers. You can even get into judiciary through the judiciary examinations, and a lot of people prefer to write government examinations also after pursuing their LLB. Now, as we have discussed about career prospects, let us move on to the exam pattern. It is a moderate type of examination. It consists of it is a 2-hour test. As we all know, it consists of 120 multiple choice questions. It used to be 150 till CLAT 2023, but in CLAT 2024, the consortium has changed it to 120 multiple choice questions, which carry 1 mark each. There shall be negative marking of 0.25 marks for every wrong answer. These questions are divided across 5 subjects. Now let us discuss about what those 5 subjects are, which means let us discuss about the syllabus of CLAT. CLAT is broadly categorized into 5 subjects, which are English language, current affairs including general knowledge, legal reasoning, logical reasoning, quantitative techniques. Let us discuss in brief about each of the topics now. English language. For this, you need to be good at vocabulary and grammar, etc. Your reading speed need to be good. So if you're starting off, work on your reading speed well. So now let us move on to the current affairs topic. Current affairs, as we know, it is a large ocean of now and then everything happening around us. So we need to be well acquainted with 1 year of current affairs before writing the CLAT examination. And current affairs including general knowledge. In general knowledge, it has been observed that the topics related to current affairs are picked out and general knowledge questions from them are asked. So what about legal reasoning now? In legal reasoning, we have to be aware of basic concepts like law of torts, law of contracts, criminal law. These basic things like family law also are more than enough for us to crack CLAT. Next comes the logical reasoning. As I've already mentioned, we are given with passage-based questions. So in logical reasoning, we need to be practicing more. Like we have to practice critical reasoning and analytical reasoning in order to clear CLAT. Lastly, the quantitative techniques part. It has been observed that in CLAT, very basic questions from QT are being asked. Basic topics like percentages, ratio and proportions are the only things which are being asked, and profit ratios. So you need not worry much about quantitative techniques. You should be good at basics, that's it. So now let us move on to what our top national law universities are. We all want to get into good colleges. We all want to study with all the good minds from around our country. So what are the top national law universities? How many national universities are there? 27 national law universities exist, out of which 25 we have to write CLAT for. 2, which are National Law University Delhi and National Law University Meghalaya, conduct their own examinations. So the rest of the 25, we have to write CLAT for them. So what is the one college which every CLAT aspirant wants to go and get into? It is none other than National Law School of India University, Bangalore. It is the dream of every law aspirant to get into this college. It was formed in 1986, and from that time on, many batches have passed out, and NLSIU Bangalore has a very big alumni. So now the second top law college in India is National Law University Delhi. As I've mentioned, National Law University Delhi is not included in CLAT, and we have to write a different examination in order to get into National Law University Delhi, which is, as we all know, ALIT. Next comes the National Academy of Legal Study and Research, which is NALSAR University, Hyderabad. Then comes the NUJS, Kolkata, West Bengal National University of Judicial Sciences, Kolkata. Then Bhopal, NLIU Bhopal, NLU Jodhpur, Gujarat National Law University, Gandhinagar, and so on. The top 3 colleges of law for CLAT are, as we all know by now, NLSIU, NALSAR, and NUJS, Kolkata. So now let us move on to the next part, which is what if we clear CLAT? Obviously, there is counselling. We are sent SMS to our registered mobile number or emails at our registered email addresses if we are eligible for the counselling processes. Then comes the payment of registration fee. As we all know, the preference list has to be filled right at the start, and it can be edited further on. So now we have to pay the registration fee, and we have to make the final changes in our preference list. We cannot edit our preference list after this. We have to do it within the stipulated time. Now comes what happens after we pay the registration fee, after we are done with editing our preference list. Then comes the counselling rounds. There are 5 rounds of counselling. The first 3 rounds are for all universities, everybody, and the 4th and 5th round are individual rounds where we have to contact individual universities in order to get seat. Okay, now let us speak about the 5 rounds of counseling. There are 3 options after the counseling begins. We can either float, freeze, or exit, obviously. So what is float, what is freeze? So freeze is if you like where you've been placed, if you want to go to that college, you can freeze the seat there. If the candidate is satisfied with the allocated seat, accepts it, and is not interested in participating in the further rounds of the seat allocation counseling, they may freeze to the seat allocation. You cannot opt for a higher NLU after freezing your option. If you are very sure that you want to go to this college, then you have to freeze your option there. Or else you can float your option. If a candidate has not been allotted their first preference NLU, they can choose to leave their possibilities open. And for this, we can use the float option. And do remember that once you have been allocated a seat at a higher NLU, you cannot go backward in your preference list. You have to go upward. There is no coming back to the lower NLUs. So now, as we have discussed about counseling, everything, so now let us discuss about the curriculum of national law universities. They are offered with core legal subjects like law of contracts, law of torts, constitutional law, family law, environmental law, law of evidence, corporate law, international law, and a lot of other things. We are given to choose elective courses also. So we spoke at the start what is BA LLB, BBA LLB, BSc LLB. We also spoke about BCom LLB. So what are these? As I've mentioned, these are integrated courses. We are taught legal courses along with humanities in case of BA LLB, business and management in case of BBA LLB, and science in case of BSc LLB. And if you're wondering about what BCom LLB is, there we are taught commerce, the subjects related to commerce. In the next video, we'll be discussing about what my CLAT journey was and how enriching of an experience it was. Thank you.